Hey, what is up, everyone? It's Blockchain Wayne, crypto coach, just Wayne, whatever you know me by. Usual Thursday live just to talk about cryptocurrency, blockchain. It's more than just Bitcoin, it's more than just speculative assets. This is when you really understand the technology behind this, you realize why it's so important. A lot of us come here in the hopes of making money, a lot of us have gotten in and lost money. It's that's the name of the game. We made mistakes, but the technology that's being developed, that's rolling out, have so many different implications when it comes to just being revolutionary, replacing broken and corrupt systems, and on top of that, opening up. There's so many people that have zero access to financial institutions, financial tools, financial just really anything to do with finances, even participating in economies. People are caught off either because of what side of the border they were born on, or maybe even, or maybe it's just that their whole country doesn't have access to those financial tools, or maybe just because of an oppressive government or oppressive rules that stop them from being able to participate in that. So that's why it's important to learn about this space, learn about, is there money to be made? Absolutely. But it's really about education. Education is the key. So I do this live every Thursday to talk about the things, just the different things when it comes to cryptocurrency, blockchain, and why it's important to learn about those. And really, it's up to you to do your education. So everyone that's watching already, what's up? Thanks for watching. If you're watching live or recorded, I'm streaming to multiple places. So if you leave a comment, I may not see it right away, but I'm going to come back, answer any comments, and respond to those. If I don't get them during the live, I'll get them after. But if you got questions, drop them in the box. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull this up on my phone real quick while I talk, just to see if I can see any comments that are coming up. Hey, what's up, Ash? What's up, Beto? Thanks for watching. So let's start. So there's so many different places you can go for education in the crypto space, but most people have the mindset of, I just want to know what's going to go up 5x, 10x, 20x. And while there's potential for that in crypto, that's not a winning strategy. Many of us have lost money chasing gains like that because it's not really about that. You find a technology that's going to be revolutionary, and that is really what's going to win in the long run. But it's a market, and when you understand that, there's a lot of emotions to be put into the market. And you see right now, Bitcoin's hot, right? Bitcoin hit 16,000 today. Everyone's talking about it. Obviously, a lot of altcoins, which are, any cryptocurrency that's not Bitcoin right now is considered an altcoin. Maybe that'll change over time. I don't even know if it's appropriate to still call Ethereum an altcoin, but that's what happens. And, it's hot right now. Other cryptocurrencies haven't been doing as good. I mean, we've seen some solid movements, but nothing like Bitcoin has done. But we've seen in the past where when Bitcoin slows down and retraces, certain cryptocurrencies, a lot of people start to look for those, which are the next ones that are going to give us big gains. And so if you're investing, if you're buying this for the long term, Bitcoin and a select other few accumulation, that's if you don't want to learn how to trade. The best thing to do is to learn how to trade. But if you don't want to learn how to trade and you just want to buy for the long game, then do that, but accumulate over time and don't worry about the price movements day to day. Bitcoin's at 16,000. Hey, if it drops back to 10 tomorrow, if you're holding some, you may get that pit, feel like you got a pit in your stomach. I've been there. I've lived it. There's a lot of stress. But then you realize where this thing is going in the long run, and those dips are times to accumulate more. And that, like I said, that's only one, if you don't want to learn how to trade. And then two, the only other reason you would do that is only do it in some of the key major ones. A lot of different people, including myself, that we went in and we, basically took some risk on some altcoins back in 2017, 2018. Some of them made money and some of them lost a lot of money. So even dollar cost averaging into those didn't work because those projects haven't really fully recovered. So, but it's a learning game, but you can really get in and learn more about it. And then you understand that this market is no different than any other market when it comes to markets are driven by people. People make decisions based on market emotions, market sentiment, and then usually when there's positive news about something that could impact the price, but there's so many different things to impact it. And also there's trading cycles. A lot of people are trading, a lot of people are getting in. And so if you want to learn how to trade, I would recommend you start with a demo account. I'm going to show you that because one of the companies that I'm partnered with, Newscrypto, they've got a great education system for traders. They've got a bunch of tools. You can create a free account. I already dropped the link in the chat. If you want to check that out, you can check it out and create a free account and go into the school and the tutorials, and you'll learn more about it. Education is where it starts, because if you don't understand it, it's really hard to grasp, other than you're just throwing money at a speculative investment. The more you understand it, the more it's going to make sense, and you'll realize why we're so passionate about this. This is not just passionate about it because, hey, we can make, this thing could go up and we can make some money. It's more than that. This thing can change so many different aspects of the world, like I mentioned already, with country, people that are excluded from the financial systems. We're looking to bank the unbanked, right? Give financial tool access to people that don't have access to current financial systems, right? How many people across the world live in countries where they don't have access to maybe obtain loans, maybe to borrow money, or maybe to earn a decent living wage? And now you have a global system that's connected. There's no borders between this. If somebody in Venezuela or the Philippines or Japan, and we wanted to do business, we can do business and transact peer to peer without any middleman trying to stop us in what we're trying to do. Now you may say, oh, that's to stop criminal activity when activity is blocked, but that's not the case. What happens when the criminals are the ones that are in power? So that's why it's important to learn more about this system. It's huge implications. Our current systems are broken. Today I was reading an article about Biden's COVID task force. And I'm not getting into politics here, whether you're for Biden or Trump. I don't really care, because the motions that are put in play, the wheels that are put into motion right now that's why you need to understand why cryptocurrency is important. It is a decentralized system. Bitcoin and others. Now, yeah, there's cryptocurrencies out there that are more centralized than others. So you need to do your research into those, but a truly decentralized system with a limited supply that creates digital scarcity, that's going to add value. That's why Bitcoin continues to rise versus our US dollar. And back to that article I was talking about. So basically, Biden and somebody that he's going to appoint to his COVID task force, if things stay the way they are, the way the media is portraying it, and they talked about shutting down the country for 4 to 6 weeks, and they had plenty of money to pay wages for everybody that's out of work. Now, how do they have plenty of money? Because it's printed. They're printing it out of thin air. 22% of all dollars in circulation right now were printed this year. That should concern you for the future. We may not see it today or tomorrow impact inflation, but that's what's going to happen a year from now, a year and a half from now, when you go to the grocery store and milk is $10 a gallon. Just think about that. It's going to have implications, because the US dollar right now is currently the world reserve currency. Most countries use it as that. Some are starting to try to step away from that. That would decrease the purchasing power of the dollar. And then as these inflated dollars get out in the circulation, you're going to start to see a lot of things from global commerce start to go up in price. That's going to impact our prices at home or wherever you live across the world. This is not just going to impact the US. So that's why it's important to understand cryptocurrency can take these systems that have been abused and by people that are in power and take that back. But right now it's very volatile. Right now, it's the early days. It could go way up, it could go way down, but the long-term trajectory is in place, right? Because cryptocurrency is here to stay. Even governments, they're already starting to try to look at world reserve currencies, central bank digital currencies. I'll share a link to that when I'm done with this video. I actually wrote a report on that for Newscrypto. It was published last week about central bank digital currencies, what they are. They're going to look like they're cryptocurrencies and have some of the same features, but in no way is it the same. It's going to be controlled. It's going to be permission, means it's not going to be open to everyone. It's going to have the same rules and regulations that the current money system has. It's just going to be more efficient, where they may need less infrastructure to control that system. But then when you understand how that works and people adopt central bank digital currencies, then they're going to realize, hey, there's something better. There's something that's not being devalued at an astronomical rate. And then they're going to come over to certain cryptocurrencies that are going to be used in different industries, different sectors. Now, I've said it in the past as well. Bitcoin is not going to be something you're going to go to the store every day and pay for with the candy bar. That's just not going to happen. It's kind of slow compared to a payment system, but we've seen instances already where people have moved millions, and even last week or week before, $1 billion, and it only cost a few dollars to move it, $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. So if I'm going to make a large real estate deal, Bitcoin is the best place for me to pay for it with. Now, on top of that, there's going to be another cryptocurrency that's going to be faster. It's going to be, and when you're faster, you give up some level of decentralization or some level of security. But if I'm, say, paying for a candy bar, then I may use a different cryptocurrency in the store that's fast, that's instant, that's peer-to-peer, and it cuts out the need for a middleman like Visa, MasterCard. All of those companies do. You may not see that on your receipt, but it's already worked into the price of what you're paying. Is that, I call it a vampire system. They're only designed to just be the middleman and suck out, some money from that. So that's the implications of what cryptocurrency can do, what blockchain can do. So I'm going to show you some of the platforms that I use for education, because the best thing you can do is educate yourself. When Bitcoin's hot like it is today, I constantly get calls from people. Hey, is now a good time to buy? Back in March, when all markets pretty much crashed for a short period of time, Bitcoin dropped all the way to 3,800. It's at 16,000 today. I was telling people to buy then. In May, Bitcoin, the release of the supply was cut in half, which is designed over time. Every 4 years, the release of new Bitcoin is cut in half. There's a set number that's going to be created over time. And when that got cut in half, a lot of people were expecting the demand to increase and price to rise. And when that happened, the price was around $7,000 to $8,000. And now we're sitting at 16,000. So could it go back to 12, 10? Absolutely. But the long-term trajectory is in. So if you want to learn how to trade, or even if you don't want to learn how to trade, take some of these tools that we have and learn more about it. Watch some videos. When I show you the Newscrypto system, I created a bunch of videos for that. We've got an educational platform. Maybe you don't want to trade. If you just want to learn about crypto, once you get through the free tutorials in Newscrypto, head on over to our Blockchain Training Academy. Also drop the link to that in the chat, in the comments, where we have a low monthly cost just to have access to a lot of programs that we put together, myself and Bilal Mia, who's the founder of Blockchain Training Academy. We partnered up earlier this year. So jump in and learn more about it. There's also other places you can go. You can go to Coinbase and watch videos in a system called Coinbase Earn. You earn a few dollars worth of cryptocurrency, and you watch short videos that teach you about different ones. There's so many different places you can go to learn about it. Or if you go to Cointelegraph or CoinDesk, they have some education articles like Bitcoin 101, Crypto 101. So if you don't even understand how a digital product, a digital asset can have value, something that you can't see, you can't feel, you can't touch, how does it have value? It'll explain it there, and you'll understand how anything has value. Scarcity. The same reason you think about, you hear about these collectibles. I mean, most recently, some Pokemon cards were selling for a few $100,000. What gave that value? It was the scarcity and the demand. So that's what it is. So let's head on over. I'm going to show you briefly some of the platforms we utilize. Like I said before, the links are in the comments if you want to check these out. Now, Newscrypto is free. There is a paid membership, but that's for intermediate and advanced access. But if you're just getting started, all you need is the beginner stuff. And there's a ton of stuff in the beginners tab. And then if you want to go deeper into learning about trading, then go through some more of the stuff in Newscrypto. If you want to learn more about cryptocurrency and blockchain itself, and how does the code work, and what's the infrastructure like, then go to Blockchain Training Academy. And at the end of this, if you watch it till the end, or if you can't watch it till the end and you hop off and you want to, I mentioned in my post that there's an offer out there. Just last week, I interviewed a guy, one of the co-founders of a company called Emerald, a guy named Peter Saddington. Now, Peter is a Bitcoin OG. He's been in Bitcoin since the early days. He's actually one of the first people to buy a Lamborghini with Bitcoin, which is why, a lot of people that are in the cryptocurrency space joke about, hey, when is their Bitcoin going to be worth enough to buy a Lamborghini? He was one of the first ones to do that. He lives out in Georgia, and we sat down and talked about his company, and they're giving away free hardware that'll allow you to earn about $25 a month in crypto in what's called Helium token by running a node. I just got mine delivered today. It's a free device. You hook up to your Wi-Fi. It costs about $1 a month to run, and you earn about $25 worth of crypto. You and I in the U.S., $25 is not a lot, but it's something. I'm not going to turn it down. They're sending them out for free. But if you live in a country, like say you live in Venezuela or other places in the world where their currency is so devalued, $25 worth of currency each month, that could be life changing. So this offer is not just for if you're sitting in the US or Canada or UK. I mean, yeah, take advantage of it. Why not try it out? If you understand how blockchains work or you learn how blockchains work, you'll see that it's actually one of the reasons they're doing that is because they're going to be rolling out the Internet of Things, and you have to create a mesh network of that. So it's kind of like a hotspot type deal, but you're earning for doing that. And then, like I said, people in certain countries that that $25 may set them up for the month, and that's huge. And that's what Peter and I talked about in that interview. I'll share the links to that when I'm done as well. I'll be posting it to my podcast later tonight or tomorrow, and the video is already out. So let's take a look at Newscrypto real quick. So this is Newscrypto here, and you can see it's got a dashboard. It shows just kind of what's happened in the market today, certain news, and you can go here to school, and you can click on school, and there's an academy which has quizzes, and it has written text and quizzes by KuCoin. And then you go to tutorials, and there's a bunch of short videos explaining different aspects of cryptocurrency, the basics. I'm a little partial to these videos. I'm actually the one that created them, so that's why I'm a little partial to those. There's even a button here. Hey, you got a question? Click that and ask me a question, and be glad to answer that. So that's an option there. And then you go to the beginners tab down here. Now they talk about memberships, like I mentioned before. There are paid memberships, but set up a free one. You don't need to pay just yet. If you like and you get into trading, then you want to go to the intermediate or advanced. But look at all the beginner tools you have. You have news, you have charts, you have charts that actually give you support and resistance lines, and they have technical analysis reports. A lot of different tools in here. And this is the big one right here. If you want to get into trading, there's a trading simulator. Design is just like an exchange, and you get it. So simulator means there's no real money in it, but it's risk-free. So maybe you're new and you want to practice, or maybe you've been trading for a while and you want to test the strategy. They've got that option here to be able to do that. So you can issue buy and sell orders. You can select different cryptocurrencies here to trade, and it gives you the chart, and you can put whatever you want on the chart just to see, hey, is this something that I want to trade, or what would you do? And then it allows you to, kind of see what you would want to trade. If the trade doesn't work out for you, there's no money lost. You're just fine-tuning your strategy before you start testing with money, because trading, it's all about fine-tuning that strategy, finding a strategy to stick with, and then learning how to control your emotion and stick to strategies over time. So there's a trading simulator there. So a lot of information in here. There's a lot of other tools. I mentioned Moon, this one earlier. It's a predefined chart that shows me support and resistance lines. The purple lines are support and resistance, and then the green line is a trend line. And you can see kind of how it moves in reaction to that. So yes, it's been going up, but if you look at these pullbacks, there's always opportunities to get in and trade during some of these corrections, and how it reacts versus to these support and resistance lines within each channel. So that's kind of what you can do with Newscrypto. Blockchain Trading Academy is more about learning about the technology. There are some essential trading stuff, just like we had in Newscrypto. And this link, like I said, is also in the comments if you want to check it out. It talks about blockchain projects, cryptonomics, Bitcoin programming, course on non-fungible tokens. It's an interesting space. You should learn more about it. It's different than the cryptocurrencies you're familiar with, but it has its place, and it's going to be used in a lot of different places. I even created a course on how to earn free crypto. There's different places that'll give you crypto for learning about it, for going in. So I added that to this course. It talks about blockchain for business, personal finance, affiliate program we have if you refer other people. DeFi Essentials, we talk about the basics of DeFi, and that's really it when it comes to crypto. And Bilal is working on a Python programming course if you want to learn more about coding. So that's Blockchain Training Academy. Check it out. Last thing before I let you go, thanks for hanging around if you watched this far, whether you're watching live or recorded. But the last thing is Emirates. I talked about this, Peter Saddington's company, Emirates. You can get a free Emirates cool spot. Now, some of them, depending on where they're shipping them, they'll either look like this, in the picture, or if you see on the camera here, they'll look like this one. This here, you plug it in, you download an app on your phone, you connect it, and it's in essence it's mining. You've heard of Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin mining uses uses a lot of energy. It's kind of difficult to do. You need expensive machinery, but Helium token is a much lighter network. You can earn Helium token just for mining that. So go to Emirate. You can basically, I've got that link also in the comments. You can go in and they'll send you a free cool spot. And all you got to do is set it up, plug it in, and you'll be earning crypto, $25 a month, and I want to turn it down. So like I said, I just got mine in the other day after I did the interview with Peter, went in and ordered one. And, he's been in the space for a long time. He's rode all these waves with Bitcoin was nothing to where it is now. And their company's just looking to, one, give back and give people an opportunity to earn, and two, just create a global network where then they can, you can have the Internet of Things to where devices can talk to each other better, have more connectivity. So that's an option with what they're doing over at Emirate. So that's it for Around the Block today. A little bit longer than usual, but wanted to cover those topics. So check it out. The biggest thing you can do is learn. If you get in and you start learning it and you figure it's not for you, the most you've wasted is time, right? So, but if you do see the implications and how big this technology could be, then you'll get a chance to learn more, earn as you go. Take advantage of some of the places where I said you can earn it for free. If you're scared to invest in cryptocurrency right now, then earn some. Do something where you can earn it. And I've got different resources I can share for that as well. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great evening, and I'll see you all next week.